Hello everyone, my name is Alex Ruzanic, and I'm the Director of Youth and Missional Outreach at Beulah Presbyterian Church. I'm so glad that you joined us today. I'm so glad that you've chosen just to spend a little time as we talk about some things. How are y'all feeling? It's an odd time to ask that question, I know. Our feelings are up and down, our emotions are up and down. Some days I feel good, some days I feel a little anxious or on edge. I don't know what to expect sometimes. I don't know what's going to happen the next day. It always seems to be changing. But I know something. A lot of us feel that way. If you feel that way, I want to encourage you with this. You're not alone. I can only imagine, though, this is probably how the disciples felt during the final week of Jesus' ministry. They had no idea what was going to happen, what was coming next, what they're going to be facing. And they had no idea that they were witnessing the most amazing thing in their entire lives that would change history forever. They had no idea what the future would hold for them, and that Jesus' ministry was going to come to an end, and he was going to deal with the cross, Good Friday, and the resurrection on Sunday. But then it all changed. Everything changed at this point. Before we jump into the story, though, I want to talk about one of my favorite things. That is the Pittsburgh Steelers. If you're a Steeler fan, you probably have one of these. A terrible towel. They're important. Towels represent a lot. I know at a Steeler game, we swing them like this and we go crazy. People go crazy. I'm going to share with you a clip. It's pretty amazing when you're at a game and Steeler fans start swinging their towels around and going crazy, and the whole stadium is unified. It's really amazing. But towels hold different purposes. In terms of Steelers, this is a sacred towel. It's used to bring us together to be one team. When Jesus' time, there was also a towel that was used that signified a very serious thing. We're going to talk about this today. I'm going to read for you a story from John chapter 13, verses 1 through 17. It was just before the Passover festival. Jesus knew that the hour had come for him to leave this world and go to the Father. Having loved his own who were in the world, he loved them to the end. The evening meal was in progress, and the devil had already prompted Judas, the son of Simon Iscariot, to betray Jesus. Jesus knew that the Father had put all things under his power, that he had come from God and was returning to God. So he got up from the meal, took off his outer clothing, and wrapped a towel around his waist. After that, he poured water into a basin and began to wash the disciples' feet. Drying them with that towel that was wrapped around him. He came to Simon Peter, who said to him, "Lord, are you going to wash my feet?" Jesus replied, "You do not realize now what I am doing, but later you will understand." "No," said Peter, "you shall never wash my feet." Jesus answered him, "Unless I wash you, you have no part with me." "Then, Lord," Simon Peter replied, "not just my feet, but my hands and my head as well." Jesus answered, "Those who have had a bath need not only to wash their feet, their whole body is clean. And you are clean, though not every one of you." For he knew who was going to betray him. And that was why he had said not everyone was clean. When he had finished washing their feet, he put down his clothes and returned to his place. "Do you understand what I have done for you?" he asked them. "You call me teacher and Lord, and rightly so, for that is what I am. Now that I, your Lord and teacher, have washed your feet, you should also wash one another's feet. I have set you an example that you should do this as I have done for you. Very truly, I tell you, no servant is greater than his master, nor is a messenger greater than the one who sent him. Now that you know these things, you'll be blessed if you do them." What an amazing story. In this passage from Holy Week, Jesus focused on obedience, service, and love. These are the cornerstones to Holy Week, the cornerstones to Jesus' ministry. How can we better serve each other, care for each other, and more importantly, love each other? We are apart, yet we now need each other more than ever before. We need to be thankful in seeing all the great work being done. I'm struck by seeing everyone around us. I'm encouraged by seeing doctors and nurses, respiratory therapists, EMTs, police, firemen, folks who stock the shelves at Johnny Eagle or Coons markets, Folks putting themselves at risk each and every day. Pat bus drivers. It's crazy. We need to care for one another better. We need to put others' needs first and mine second. Work better as a community. I'm seeing us do this. We need to do this. So how can I serve others if I'm at home during this time? Pray for others. Stay home and be safe. We need to also thank those each and every day. Send notes, emails, cards, whatever it takes, and thank them for what they've done. Keep our eyes on what God wants us to do. We must look from the divine's perspective, God himself, to know what we need to do. Reminded of a second verse from 2 Corinthians chapter 4, 16 through 18. It says this, "Therefore we do not lose heart. Though outwardly we are wasting away, yet inwardly we are being renewed day by day. For our light and momentary troubles are achieving for us an eternal glory that far outweighs them all. So we fix our eyes not on what is seen, but what is unseen. For what is seen is temporary, and what is unseen is eternal." We fix our eyes on Jesus, his act of washing the disciples' feet with the towel around his waist and from the basin. Think about this though also. Judas betrayed Jesus, and Jesus knew that, yet he still washed his feet. He offered love even knowing that. Peter also was almost too prideful to have his feet washed at first. But Jesus commanded him, "I shall wash your feet." He set Peter straight and helped him figure this out. Peter responded, "Well, let me wash you then, Jesus." Too much, Jesus said. Not important. I'm here to wash your feet. The church has to be the church. We need to be about loving each other, caring for each other, discovering what's most important. And I said earlier, there's three things that are happening right now. Jesus was obedient, he was serving, and he had love. Jesus washed each other's feet. Whose feet am I being called to wash during this Holy Week, during this time? Allow God to take hold of your heart. See the mystery of this moment of Maundy, Thursday, Good Friday, Easter all coming. Remember, Easter will be here. We will experience and see the risen Jesus. Will your life look differently, or will you be stuck doing the same things? Fall in love with God's grace and comfort for you, and change the way you look. See things from God's perspective. Here's a prayer I want to pray for you right now. Pray that your heart will break the things that break God's heart. Pray that you can see the things that God wants you to see. And pray that you can hear with the ears that God wants you to hear. Our life will be different. Give into this change today, this amazing change, and see what God can do. I'm going to close by sharing with you a prayer I pray as well, almost every day. I'm going to share it with you. I'm going to put it on the screen as well so you can check it out. At this moment, I am alive. At this moment, I am the beneficiary of a tremendous gift. At this moment, I am given the opportunity to respond to an overwhelming outpouring of love. Am I willing to let the love from Jesus overflow in the world that I live in? I encourage you, do that, my friends, and you'll experience Easter like never before. Have a great week. Blessings and peace. Take care.